Welcome back. Governors of the southeast states have reacted to the rumor making the rounds that they have secretly donated land for the Ruga settlement program of the federal government. In a statement, the Director General of the Forum, Professor Simon Otuanya, insists that no southeast governor has donated any land or intends to do so. The governors also resolved that they will not chase any herdsman away who is peaceful and have been living peacefully in the southeast region. Time now for some international stories. Simon Pusey is standing by with Around the World in 5.
Good evening from the Channel's newsroom here in London. Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam has said the controversial bill that would have allowed extradition to the Chinese mainland is dead. At a press conference, she said the government's work on the bill had been a total failure.
There are still lingering doubts about the government's sincerity, or worries whether the government will restart the process in the Legislative Council. So I reiterate here, there is no such plan. The bill is dead.
However, she stopped short of saying it had been fully withdrawn. Protest leaders have reacted angrily to Mrs. Lam's latest attempt to placate them.
We urge her to step down, to pay her political price and penalty. She should step down instead of urging Hong Kong people to give her a second chance. We also suggest to her very much, we urge her to give our young a second chance as well. And she should stop this massive hunt down by the police on our young protesters.
The EU has called on Iran to stop its uranium enrichment and uphold the nuclear deal signed in 2015. The European Union urged Iran to reverse its scaled-up uranium enrichment that breaches the nuclear arms control deal. Iran has said it would continue to boost its uranium enrichment, a move that could mean the return of all economic sanctions on Tehran.
We continue to urge Iran not to take further measures that undermine the nuclear deal, to stop and to reverse all activities that are inconsistent with its commitments under the JCPOA, including the production of low-enriched uranium beyond the stockpile limit.
The Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis and his newly appointed cabinet have been sworn in at the presidential palace in Athens. The ministers took the oath in a ceremony conducted by the Archbishop of Greece. Mitsotakis' Conservative New Democracy Party won an outright majority with 158 seats in the 300-seat legislature. His pledges for more investment, well-paid jobs and fewer taxes won over Greeks worn out by years of EU-prescribed austerity and the Eurozone's highest unemployment. A day after the crew of the German rescue ship Alan Kurdi handed 65 migrants over to Malta, it saved 44 more people from a wooden boat off the coast of Libya. The company operating the ship said that among those rescued were 3 children aged between 15 months and 4 years, and that 4 women were also on board the boat, which had run out of fuel. Those rescued came from Syria, Libya, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Guinea. Meanwhile, 47 migrants rescued from a boat in the Mediterranean were taken to port in southern Sicily's Pozzallo. The migrants were rescued by the Italian Coast Guard and transferred onto a border and finance police vessel, which brought them to port. One man's body has been found after a river burst its banks during sudden torrential rain in the northern Spanish region of Navarra. Footage showed the raging Sidacos River, which surged from 11 centimetres to over 4 metres in a few hours, spilling onto the streets and sweeping away anything that lay in its path. The storms in Navarra caught the regional government by surprise, with 4 times as much rain falling than was originally forecast, and coming just a week after a European-wide heatwave that caused 2 deaths in Spain. The local government are recommending people stay in their homes. Here in the UK, Prime Minister Theresa May has reiterated her full support for the UK's ambassador to the US after Donald Trump said he would no longer work with him. The US president was responding after leaked emails revealed Sir Kim Darroch had called his administration inept. Number 10 called the leak unfortunate, but said Sir Kim was continuing to carry out his duties. And finally, dozens of daring soapbox racers braved a hill in London as crowds cheered them to the finish line if they were skilled enough to reach it. Though unlucky for the drivers, spectators were treated to some pretty theatrical wipeouts as cars were taken out by several obstacles on the downhill course banked with hay bales. The homemade soapbox cars featured all kinds of themes, from aeroplanes and spaceships to pineapples and carrots. In the end, though, there could only be one winner, and that distinction was bestowed on Team Gas Gas Gas, who returned to the race after crashing out and placing 14th in 2017. And that's your international news around the world in 5.